Hi everyone, you're welcome to today's lesson on English language studies on JCB School's online tutorial. This lesson is for Basic 2. The topic for the lesson today is words with the Z sound. Words with the Z sound. Z. So that's what we're looking at today. You're welcome once again. At the end of today's lesson, I expect you to be able to articulate the sound, this sound we're learning now, give words with the sound, give sound symbols, and make sentences showing the sound. Okay? Now, the Z sound is a consonant sound. To produce the sound, you have to force air between the tongue and the mouth. Look at it. You have to push out air and you see that the tongue and the mouth will seem to come together. That's the lip now, as if you're trying to, something is holding it. And because of the production of this sound, there is vibration in the vocal cords. Okay, there's vibration in the vocal cords, and the sound is a voiced speech sound. So when you make the sound and you place your hand right down there below, just at your throat, you will feel the vibration. So it's a voice consonant sound. Okay, so let's go ahead and see words that have the Z sound. For words with Z sound, we have words like zone. You can see the Z there. Okay, these ones have Z later Z. We have zone, zoo, zigzag. There are two sound there. We have zip, but my focus is on the first one. So you notice that I didn't put the middle sound zigzag in red. Okay, I'm interested in the first sound. We're looking at words with the z at the beginning. So we have zest, we have zap, zenith. Zenith is like the top. We have zebra, zebra, zoom, zombie, and xylophone. Now that word xylophone is X. Yes, and that's not the only word that has X sounding Z. There are other words like that. But this tells us that this sound can begin with letter Z and can also begin with X, as the case of xylophone. Okay, so all these words are words with the Z sound at the beginning of words. Now let's go ahead and check out Z at the middle of words. That's the medial position. We have words like dozen. See one Z there. Drizzle. That's two Z giving us the sound Z. We have busy. That's a new one. S. The sound, the letter S is giving us Z sound. In this case, not S. Okay. So you won't say BC. You say busy. Busy. We have cousin, music, not music. Okay, music, president, that's S giving us the sound. Prison, we have visit, visit. Okay, sorry, visit. We have reason, citizen, sarcasm, dissolve, example. Now that word example again, we have letter X. And if you listen to the word again, example, you notice that the X is actually having two consonant sounds. You have the G and then Z. Example, G, example, okay? So X is having two sounds there. We have G and then we have Z coming together to give us that, okay? Then we have exotic, the same thing. Exotic, that's G, exotic, goods, okay? Desert, we have easy and exhibit. So all these words have different symbols. We have Z, we have S, we also have X, and all of them are giving us the Z sound at the medial position. Okay, so let's find out what happens at the end of words. Okay, so all these words here have Z at the end. Now look at the word phrase. Now notice that SE, two letters S and E, giving us one sound Z. So you will not say phrase, no, say phrase. The S and E together are in red letters because both of them just give the sound Z. Okay, so you have phrase, phrase, nose, cheese. Remember, we're interested in the last sound at the end of the word. Okay, cheese. Choose. The last sound there is z. Size. Knives. Thieves, not thieves. Thieves. Appease. You have praise, wise, advertise, and rose. So all these words here have S. Okay, some of them actually have Z and E, but then what we're saying is that they all have Z at the end of words. So we've come to understand that we can find Z at the beginning of words. We can find Z medial position, and we can also find Z at the end of words. And then we have different symbols giving us this Z sound. In some cases, we're able to see Z giving us, we saw X giving us the same sound. We saw S, okay, letter S giving us the same Z sound, okay. So now let's check out these words, this sound in sentences. Okay, let's see if we can identify them in sentences. I have a dozen boys went out as it drizzled. Again, a dozen boys, not boys, dozen boys went out as, not as it drizzled. So we can find z, dozen, we find z again, boys, we found z again, as, and then drizzled. A dozen boys went out as it drizzled. Okay, now let's look at number 2. He tried to appease his cousin with cheese. He tried to appease his cousin with cheese. Appease, S-E, his, S, cousin, S again, cheese, S-E. Okay, so that tells us not just Z having Z sound. Now let's look at number 3. I saw 3 zebras in the zoo, not zebras, not zebras, zebras. I saw 3 zebras in the zoo. Okay, so these ones in red show us where the Z sound is found. Quite very easy, right? All right, so having understood this, I believe this assignment will be something very, very easy for you to do, okay? Just write 10 words with the Z sound. By the way, I don't want Z only at the beginning of the words, and I don't want Z only at the medial position. I don't put it only at the end, so you're going to mix it. And I don't want Z only letter Z, please. I need letter Z, I need letter S, I need SE, I need letter X. So try to mix everything up, okay? So you're giving me 10 words with the Z sound at different positions. It's an easy assignment. Now when you're done doing your assignment as usual, that's my WhatsApp number. Just go ahead and snap that assignment and send it to my number on WhatsApp, okay? Okay, thank you very much for watching today. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Do have a beautiful day ahead of you. Bye.